Hello everyone and welcome to Brandy's Cards. How about a fun Halloween card? Yeah, that's right. We're going to use the Best Witches stamp set. It's in the Stampin' Up! 2022 Holiday Catalog, the Holiday Mini. I think this set is so cute. I love it. If you've got it, haunt it. And she kind of has her little sassiness going on. Such a cute stamp set. Now, I actually had a catalog that had some really adorably colored witches in there. And I thought, okay, so I'm gonna grab my stamp set and I'm gonna color them the same way. Can you believe I cannot find that little catalog that I had? Oh my gosh, I set it aside so that I could show you how I cased the catalog for my cards today, but I can't find it. So anyway, I'm super excited to be here. Thank you for joining me today. We're gonna jump right in. I'm gonna show you how I colored these super cute witches with my Stampin' Blends, and I'm gonna show you a couple different designs that you can do as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, this was the stamp set. So cute. It's in your mini catalog and it's on page, actually I think it's more towards the back. It's in the right there, 50s. So it's on page 55. So cute. I love this little frog. So it's just really a lot of fun, and I think that you'll enjoy coloring these little ladies. So here we go. So Best Witches, and I've got my card here that I'm going to show you how I colored, and I used the Stampin' Up! Glimmer paper as well. Isn't that beautiful? That glimmer paper is like the best. So here, I just went ahead and pulled it over to kind of show you some of the other colors. I just love Tahitian Tide. There's Orchid Oasis. Starry Sky, and then of course the Sorbet. So just absolutely beautiful. Looks wonderful on your projects. So I thought it was perfect for her today. Now I do have my stamp set mounted. Because we're using Stampin' Blends, you are going to need, you're gonna need some of the Memento Black. Yeah, so that's just because we're coloring with our Stampin' Blends. So I do have my cardstock cut. It's all ready to go. And so let's go ahead and ink this up. So we're gonna ink her up really good. Yep, and you know, quite honestly, when I first ink up my stamp set, I find that sometimes it's better just to kind of just give it a one-time stamp so that it's kind of wet and moist, and then ink it up again. And then we'll stamp that on our basic white cardstock. Now, I do have a basic white thick cardstock here. So that is what I'm using for my girl today. So I'm gonna kind of give her a good push. Of course, you could certainly use your Stamparatus as well. So in case you don't get the perfect image, you could always re-ink it up and stamp it again. So there we go. I think she looks great. Super cute. Now, do you see the Stampin' Blends I have here? So you could do it however you would like, but I'm going to show you how I cased that those cute witches in the catalog. I'm still hoping that I find that so I can show them to you. They were precious. So this is light black. Yep, so this is the basic black, and I just want to make sure that I'm in frame for you here. And I'm just going to use the bullet end. I'm not really going to worry too much about blending here. I just really kind of want to just get the top of her hat colored. Black is black for me, so I'm not gonna worry too much. There is a light and dark black, but I'm focused today on just kind of using that light black. Okay, and so you know you can go back over it a wee bit and darken it in areas for sure. So my eyes play a little bit of tricks on me when I am coloring up here under the lights. So bear with me if it's like, okay, she just got out of the lines. And it's like, well, my eyes kind of under the bright lights get a little bit, they play tricks on me, if you will. So, okay. So see how it it's a little bit lighter, and then I can make it a little bit darker by going over it a second time. Or you can just grab that dark that dark black marker as well, okay? So there we go. So we have that part of her. Super cute little hat there. So I also have Parakeet Party here. So Parakeet Party, I'm gonna start out with my light, I believe. And what I'm gonna do is just kind of make sure I'm in center here. And I'm just gonna add some light Parakeet Party to the top of her hat. And then I'm also going to add it to the bottom of her dress. Now, you know, I loved these colors together for these witches. Like I said, I saw it in a catalog and was like, oh my gosh, yes, that would be perfect. There's inspiration all around you, but you have to be open to it and you have to kind of look at it and go, what can I color or make look just as cute as those cute little witches that they were selling in the catalog. So, you know, so it's all around you, that inspiration. You just kind of have to look at it and think about how you can recreate it. Okay, so I think that's perfect. Now I have pumpkin pie. I have a light and dark pumpkin pie, but I'm going to go straight for the dark. There's not a whole lot of room to blend really, so I'm just going to use my dark and kind of come in here and color the top of her dress. Yep, the top of her dress is kind of getting colored here. Cool, there we go. I think that looks great. Oh, she's so cute. So cute. All right, so we have the top of her dress colored, and what do we have to do next? How about some Daffodil Delight? So this is dark Daffodil Delight. Oh, look at that. I missed the center of her little buckle on her hat. So I'm just adding a little bit of that yellow in there. Just about like that. Doesn't have to be totally perfect. And then down here on her broom, of course, she's got her broom, so we have to, you know, make it look a little fancy. And why don't we just go ahead and finish our parakeet, because if I don't, it'll be like, we'll be finished and it'll be, wait a second, I didn't finish her hat. That's what would happen. Okay, so now I also want to kind of give her some cute little leggings. So let's match her shirt. So we're just gonna kind of give her some orange legs. And actually, I'm gonna give her some shoes. And so I have my black here. This is my black blend, and it's the light one. And I'm just gonna kind of color the bottom of her little feet. So that way she has some little shoes. I just thought that was really cute. Now let's move on to our soft suede. Soft suede is going to be her broomstick. Yep. So we're gonna go with that for her broomstick. And I also thought, well, what about her hair? That would be kind of a fun color for her hair. So I'm just gonna add a bit of the soft suede, and you know, there's not really a lot of blending going on here. I'm just kind of, you know, following the lines of her hair and just kind of adding a little bit of color there. So that's what I'm doing. Now let's do her cape, and then we'll color her face. So her cape, I used a couple different colors. I have Fresh Freesia, and I also have the Blackberry Bliss set of markers here as well. So you could use, you know, whichever colors you would like, but that is I've got light and dark Blackberry Bliss, and then I have the Fresh Freesia here as well. So why don't we just go ahead and start with the light Fresh Freesia. I did kind of like a little bit of the light and darks here on her cape. So I am going to kind of make that my goal, just to have a little bit of the light and dark on her cape. All right, and don't forget her little collar up here as well. So let's see what we have. So this one is the dark one. And so what I ended up doing is I just kind of colored it first with the light one. And then I'm kind of going back in and just adding some darker areas with the dark one. Now, as you can see, because this is the dark Fresh Freesia, it's not terribly dark, is it? So why don't we go to light Blackberry Bliss and see if we can't just add a little bit more depth into her cape, just with that darker color. So I think that would be super fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and blend it. So I have the light fresh freesia, so that's what I'm going to use to kind of blend it out. And then it'll all hopefully kind of come together. And then I'm going to show you how I put together my card. And I'm also going to show you the other card that I made as well. Oh, how cute is that? Oh, I'm loving that so very much. Okay, so let's see. For her skin tone, it doesn't appear that I have my skin tone color. So I'm just going to come over here and grab it. You know, I've got a couple of different colors over here. Not totally sure which one I actually used. I'm not sure that it really matters either. So I'm just going to grab one of these. This one is the SU 800. So I'm going to grab this one. And of course, you know, with all the different skin tones, you could color it, her flesh tone any color you wanted. So, but I'm just going to go with this one, and I'm going to kind of make my way around her face and kind of around her hair. And then of course, her little hands. Perfect. Now here, I do have a Flirty Flamingo. And this one is a light Flirty Flamingo. And whoa, that one broke on me. Gosh darn it. I dropped this the other day and I cracked it. Okay, so, but the other side's fine. So let's just put a little bit of Flirty Flamingo on her cheeks because she just looks so cute and so sassy. So here we go. I'm going to kind of blend that out a little bit. And, you know, and then when that dries, she'll have this kind of cute, like rosy cheeks, if you will. So, okay, so let me show you how I put this card together. And if you are liking my card today, I would love for you to click the like button, like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I would really, truly appreciate that. And if you would like the tutorial, you can find it on BrandysCards.com. So go to BrandysCards.com and click on blog, and there you'll be able to find the tutorial for this cute stamp set. Now it's called Best Wishes, Witches. So if you can't find it, just go up to the search bar where you'll see the hourglass and just type, or not hourglass, I should say magnifying glass, and just type in there Best Witches, and hopefully this card will come up. You can even try and type in there Halloween cards and see what other cards might come up that you could case or get some ideas and inspiration from. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this card for you today and show you the second card that I have available. So let's go ahead and bring in all of our goodies here. So I also have a Blackberry Bliss stamp pad. And so the Blackberry Bliss is going to be my sentiment. And the sentiment I love, if you've got it, haunt it. I mean, how stinking cute is that? If you've got it, haunt it. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that right there underneath her. And I'm going to close this so I don't set anything in it. And then what I'm going to do is let that dry, and let's move on to putting our card together. So you're going to need some liquid adhesive or possibly some Stampin' Seal. So I have two basic white pieces. They are the exact same size. One is for the inside of the card and the other is to frame this beautiful, beautiful glimmer paper. So, so pretty. It's the parakeet glimmer paper. So I'm just going to flip that. That's what I like to do. I find it's quite a bit easier. You know, if you're just doing the same thing here, you can add the inside piece to the top and then flip it around. So that works perfectly. Now let's go ahead and add our beautiful glimmer paper. Perfect. So that's our glimmer paper, and we're going to add that straight to right about in here. Perfect. Now we're going to flip over our cute girl, and we're going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals. These are also foam dots as well, you know, foam adhesive dots. They kind of have that, that raised, so it kind of gets that 3D effect. Now you could certainly stamp her on scrap paper and hand cut her out. There are no dies to coordinate, but you could certainly hand cut her out and add dimensionals behind her as well. That's right. So that's another way that you could achieve that 3D look. So how fun is that? Okay, so I thought she was so cute and fairly sassy, so I picked out the fun flowers, the resin shapes, and I thought that that would just be so cute, kind of right here on the side. And then I also colored a little toad. I don't know if he's a frog. Well, he's a frog, right? But I don't know. He looks toadish, right? So let's go ahead and color him. To color him, I actually grabbed Old Olive, and I started out with the light Old Olive, and I kind of wanted him to be kind of, not scary, but you know, kind of green and just, you know, cute. So anyway, this is the dark Old Olive, and I'm going to kind of put some dark on his eyelids, maybe one of his arms and some of his little spots, maybe in his legs. Just trying to kind of darken him up a little bit, nothing too crazy. And then of course coming back in with that light Old Olive, and then you can just kind of do some swirls and kind of blend that in a little bit. And then you get this cute little frog. Now again, he's gonna have to be hand cut out. So if you're gonna add him to your card, he would be another way to create that dimension that I was talking about earlier. So you would just kind of carefully cut around him. The good news is that he's going to be mounted on white cardstock. So you don't have to worry about being totally perfect when you cut him out, because you're not really going to see the edge around him anyway, because we're mounting him on that white cardstock. So let's flip him over and add a Stampin' Dimensional, a foam adhesive dot. And we're going to add it right about in here. So there we are. Oh my gosh, how cute. So, so precious. I absolutely love it. And if you've got it, haunt it, right? Just a fun little Halloween card that I think anybody would enjoy receiving. So let me show you another idea. So the other witch in the stamp set is this young lady here. And she has a brew of some sort. Hopefully she's not cooking our toads, but she's got a brew. And so I just kind of changed up the colors. So let me rephrase that. I didn't change the colors. I used the same colors, but I kind of changed the color of her, you know, her dress, her gown. So she's got here, she has the purples, and the parakeet is kind of the accent color. And then of course the yellow on her hat. And you know, I also popped up her little pot, so I cut that out, and I cut out a toad as well. Now you'll see I added some gems up here too. And does anybody notice the stripes in the background here? Let me show you what I did to create that. I wanted to kind of create my own designer paper, because I kind of, you know, I had a look that I was kind of after. So let me show you how I did that. So this is parakeet paper, and this is the dark parakeet. Actually, do I want to go? Which end do I want to go? This is the dark parakeet marker. So really, you could take a ruler if you wanted, but I just kind of used a freehand. And honestly, it might be easier to freehand it. Let me make sure I'm in frame here. So freehand it with the pointed edge. And just kind of make your own little lines. You can make them as far apart as you'd like. You can make them as close as you would like. And so when it starts to dry, it does lighten up on you a little bit, but it just makes this really fun background. And so that's exactly what I did, is I just sort of hand drew my background with my parakeet marker, and I just went all the way down. It does take a little bit of a steady hand, but again, you could take an edge of a piece of scrap cardstock. You could use a ruler if you wanted. So there's a couple other options for you too if you weren't, if you were like, okay, I cannot freehand, no way. That's okay. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it's kind of a spooky, you know, Halloween witch card, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But that's how I created this fun background. And then I also stamped the stars in Daffodil Delight on the Daffodil Delight cardstock. So that's kind of hiding there in the background. The two different gems that I used are the classic matte dots. So I kind of added some of those. And then I also added these fun glossy dots, and I used the pretty blue over here. So my thinking was she was boiling and brewing something, and we didn't know what it was, so I wanted some fun gems to kind of come up out of there. You can see I added some baker's twine. On this particular card, I actually cut the witch out. I stamped her on cardstock, scrap cardstock, colored her, cut her out. This one I did not. So I think they both look super cute. So you could kind of go either way, whichever fits your fancy. Yep, so you could do them either way. Well, I'd love to hear which one of these that you like. This is such a cute stamp set. So very cute and so much fun to color. So right now we're starting to get all kinds of catalogs from, you know, different crafting stores and different companies like Marshall's and things that have, you know, their Halloween. They're starting to put Halloween out. So open up those books and have a look. You'll be amazed at some of the similarities and the different ideas and the inspiration that you can come up with for your own creating and stamping at home. So definitely have a look at those before they go into that recycle bin. So that's, I wish that I had my magazine to show you, but I don't today. I'm hoping that I can still locate it to put it on my post on BrandysCards.com. So if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, please let me know. I'd love to send you our current catalogs. So this is our 2022 July through December holiday mini catalog. It's absolutely amazing. So if you're looking for some holiday cards and inspiration, that would definitely be the one. I also have the annual catalog. So the annual catalog, that is going to run until next year. So this catalog is still good for several more months. It's the 2022 to 23 annual catalog. So I'd love the opportunity to help you to earn your business, answer any questions you have. And of course, if you're one of my current customers, thank you. I'm so grateful for you and just appreciate the emails, the phone calls, the cards you send me. I'm just so grateful, and I'm just so excited to be on this journey with you all. So I hope that you enjoyed my project today. Don't forget to leave me a comment. I'd love to know that you stopped by. Take care, everybody. Happy stamping.